When I have already my spacesuit on, then you know what it is. It's a vlog about Virgin Galactic. And today I want to talk with you guys, what is, at the current level, a fair price for Virgin Galactic, in my personal opinion. Let's roll.
Noel, 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 Noel.
We are sitting on a valuation of about, 7.5, 7.6, 6.5, 7.25 billion dollar valuation. Very volatile, this thing, yeah? Obviously very, very volatile. Just, on Monday, pre-market, we went down to 20%, then 13%, and so on and so forth. So, this is totally normal because, a very big event happened for Virgin Galactic that actually didn't work out as many short-term investors are expected. So, there's obviously some trading, some selling, but hey, today I want to talk about why I believe Virgin Galactic is heavily undervalued. And I will tell you step by step what I think you need to consider by considering the following. So smash the like button and subscribe button and consider to ring also the bell to be notified for every brand new vlog. So let's talk about the inception of Virgin Galactic. Virgin Galactic was founded about 16 years ago. And 16 years ago, you can imagine, let's make it very simple. By all means, approximately Virgin Galactic is burning through 50 million per quarter. So this is like $200 million, which is almost $250 million. But to make it easy to calculate, it would be good, because there's also some fixed costs in the beginning of the inception of the companies and so on and so forth, building of the spaceships and so on. So let's talk about the $250 million that get evaporated every single year. So if you're considering a company needs to copy that would be usually 16 times $250 million would be $4 billion. Now I would assume nowadays, they can copy the concept, they can copy, a couple of things, so they don't have this first movers challenges anymore that much like Virgin Galactic had, so they can save, let's say, they still have 75% of the cost. So I would say $3 billion. So let's say just to build the infrastructure that Virgin Galactic has, it would take $3 billion. Now let's talk about the team. You can never buy a team, right? I mean, you can buy a team, but you actually build a team over years and years, and this costs salaries and salaries and salaries. And on the top of that, you still have one of the most successful entrepreneurs, Richard Branson, on board, who is like an advisor, like an main shareholder. And then you have Shamas, which is one of the upcoming Warren Buffett. What is this worth that those guys are handling the business? And I would give it another $3 billion, because the following: you can buy planned buildings and infrastructure, but you need equally the same amount of great team to run it. So I would equal that, so let's assume that to build this kind of team and to engage this kind of team, you would again spend like $3 billion, or it is worth $3 billion, even when it's very hard to put a number on that. So we are already at $6 billion. So now we are starting to get rolling, okay? So what it is worth, that this is one of the hottest industries worldwide, and even outer space, obviously the space industry, right? And this is one of the few only companies that you can invest. So ETFs like ARK Invest, even though they maybe don't like Virgin Galactic, even though they like them, need to purchase Virgin Galactic stock because it's one of the few space-orientated companies out there. So if you're considering that, plus if you consider also the big brand, brand is something where you can put a huge number on it or a very less number, and both arguments work, right? Coca-Cola, according to experts, just the brand, the name is worth $80 billion. And I believe that Virgin, even when Virgin Galactic is leasing this kind of branding from the Virgin Group, this is so exclusive and everybody or many people know Virgin. So I think if there would be the same product, the same price, and one company would be outer space tourism and the other one would be Virgin Galactic, then the people would go for Virgin Galactic. And, this would be maybe 75% out of them, Some people don't care and some people, would say no. I'd rather go with Virgin because I know Virgin, I know the Virgin experience through the airlines, through the cruise liners, through the groups, through Virgin Cola. There was everything Virgin at some point. So this is very, very strong. So I would give this another 2 billion and a 1 billion again for the only or one of the only stocks that is available in the space industry. This would put another $3 billion on the valuation, which would be already $9 billion, okay? Now let's talk about the future products, because always when I invest in companies, I look, what is the future product, right? I mean, it's nice that they're working on this tourism product, but what is the next product? And this is already the Mach 3 airplanes that will disrupt the private plane industry, because you can fly from London to New York instead of 12 or 14 hours, you will fly this in 90 minutes. So obviously many people will pay a bit extra to save a lot of hours. Now this, even though it's in a very concept space, I would give this another $1 billion. So, even, not going even further, because, you can now talk about other stuff like the uniqueness, the first mover advantage, the time that they are in front of any company that want to copy this same concept will take years. All of this, I will not count that. So we are at $10 billion valuation. This would almost be somewhere at a $50 stock price as of now. Okay, as of now. And we are not talking about, the upcoming Richard Branson flight and the marketing that it's getting out of that and so on and so forth. So you can see where I'm going, guys. When valuating companies, it's not only about PE ratios, PS ratios, financials, cash flow models, and so on. Yes, you can look in those things, but if you would look into those things, you would never get into Amazon, you would never get into Apple, you would never go into Netflix, you would never go into Tesla, and you will never go into Virgin Galactic, and you will never go into Beyond Meat, and you will never go to Airbnb, and so on. So, it's nice to know this kind of financials, but I'm not a big fan. Even, technicals, yes, technicals are also interesting, but think about that on the very, 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 very top of the most successful people are those people that think long-term, that invest into good businesses, that are super smart and super long-term thinking. So if you can translate that into your investment style, I think you can be much more super better investor than anyone that knows how to read the balance sheet. Okay, so I'm teaching here this on this channel free of charge, so make sure to subscribe, ring the bell, like it if you consider to be not a time wasting vlog. And I would love to see Virgin Galactic even lower than we are right now, to just load up, because again, I think as of today it's a $50 stock. I think that in just a couple of months maybe it's already a $75 stock, and maybe in just a couple of months after that it's already a $100 stock. So buying here the 50 cents on a dollar, that's pretty cool. I mean, in this overheated market, which it is, right? But it can go even higher. What do you think is the value of finding this undervalued stocks that can, absolutely outbreak? We saw crazy valuations on Beyond Meat as well, right? Beyond Meat after the IPO went up to $16 billion. So I think that specifically Virgin Galactic is a very interesting candidate. Nothing changed in the fundamental story. I'm super bullish, and I love that so many wrote me messages that they are buying more or just cost averaging down or have now another opportunity to buy more for less. But you know, in the end, those videos are just my journey, and I hope you are joining my journey and love how I documenting it to, you know, become one of the most successful stock investor here on YouTube ever.